When a financial crisis strikes, it's not unusual for people to lose their jobs, have their retirement funds slashed in half, or watch as the bank seizes their home. Not to mention that all of these accidents could have long-term negative impacts on one's health and lead to strained relationships and financial strain. When the economy has been doing well for a while, it's regrettably simple to forget about the bad times, but there is never a moment when the effects of slowdown should be underestimated. Fortunately, when there's an economic slump, there are tremendous opportunities for people with strong financial stability. This can provide individuals a chance to amass great wealth that is well beyond their wildest dreams. And since I want you to be in this situation, let's discuss how you might position yourself for success throughout the upcoming recession. Recession has problems that frequently lead to increased unemployment, a decline in consumer confidence, home foreclosures, and failed businesses. Due to these circumstances, the stock market often declines as investors withdraw their funds from the market in a panic. Living within your means and saving your money more than you spend is one habit you must develop if you want to improve your financial situation at any stage of the economic cycle. The difference between your income and expenses is what is used to pay off debt and invest in the future. Unfortunately, many people get into the trap of consistently raising their spending in proportion to their income, which leads to an endless loop of barely making ends meet when they receive a raise. The purchase of a new car or a larger home is made with that money immediately. When their tax refund arrives, they have already spent the money in the account. The phrase living below your means could conjure up some negative connotations such as boring or mundane, yet it will also bring out a lot of significant changes in your life. Personally, I currently have 4 primary sources of income. I work, pay rent, and earn money on YouTube, as well as promote courses on Twitter. Making more money is advantageous, so let me explain why I've described my finances in this matter. I don't really talk about this often, but I worry a lot about money. I'm concerned that one day I'll become a spendthrift, lose my career, or make a poor investment. Therefore, various income streams give me confidence that my bases are covered financially if something goes wrong. When you have little to no debt, your income is relatively low as well. Imagine how little you'll need to spend each month if you don't have any credit card bills, school loan installments, auto payments, or even a mortgage. This puts you in a much better position than someone buried in debt in case of a recession and a possible risk related to an economic shock. Don't worry that you'll sleep considerably better at night. This gets us to the other viewpoint in this debate. In many situations, you should reduce your debt even when there are ways to earn more. For instance, if the market offers a 10% return and you choose to invest the money in your student debts instead, you'll eventually be able to pay them off. Sure, you lost out on some prospective earnings, but in return, you have peace of mind, and if the market does decline, you won't have to worry about as many creditors harassing you every month. The part that results from consumer spending is what needs to be considered. How many of your purchases have you come to regret? A brand new car which is indented and has no significant mechanical problems is worth nothing. How about the timeshare that was advertised to you while you were away? Or the lavish ceremony you held to wed your ex-spouse or ex-husband in front of 300 guests? If these items are crucial to your happiness, there's nothing wrong with spending money on all of them. However, the issue arises when consumers routinely make large and small purchases without batting an eye. After a few days, weeks, or even months of ownership, spending money on stuff you won't care about is sure to empty your wallet. Your hard-earned money will be gone and you'll be left wondering where it all went due to these pointless, careless purchases. When a market catastrophe occurs, you lose your job, or your retirement assets are worth less than they were. Future you will thank yourself for exercising caution before making a large purchase or carefully evaluating if you want to splurge. Not to mention that you'll get more satisfaction for every dollar spent by avoiding purchases that will be long forgotten after. It may seem like the end of the world as you know it when the stock market crashes or there's a recession. You may find yourself wondering when things will return to normal. It's important to note that the average recession lasts approximately 4 years and almost 1.5 years. The middle bear market, or when stocks lose at least 20%, lasts 9 to 10 months, while the average stock market decreases during these times, being around 35%. In other words, you may expect a recession on average every 3.5 years. It's always unsettling where your investments lose a significant portion of their value, especially as you get older. Replacing those funds may seem impossible. After all, your hard-earned money is disappearing into thin air as you speak. However, don't worry, the stock market typically recovers in less than a year. But these catastrophes are easier to accept when you look at history and know what to anticipate. You should prepare your portfolio for such occurrences and avoid anything you wouldn't want to hold when setbacks occur by keeping in mind that markets are only sometimes buoyant. Maintain a safe level of leverage as a result at all times. In other words, only borrow what you'd feel comfortable having during all market cycles. When the economy has been strong for a while, buying stocks on margin sounds like a good idea. But what happens when things start to go south? Would you think that was smart? Or are you using too much debt? What about your home equity line, which lets you borrow against a significant portion of the house's value while leaving you with little to no equity? What if your income drops if you can make the payments without trouble? The benefit of borrowing money is possible, but you must be careful not to over-leverage. You may avoid this by taking into account each market cycle. The prospects for profit are better when the market or economy is in bad shape. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful, as Warren Buffett once said. When these assets reach their all-time highs, buying the debt violates the fundamental investing tenet of buy low, sell high, which is analogous to market timing. Buying stocks when you notice a considerable decrease in price to hang onto them for a very long period is a simple but efficient technique. However, timing the market ultimately can take a lot of work. If I were to identify the kind of person that benefits most from a recession, I would be definitely a long-term thinker. It's people who can look 10 years into the future and realize that while purchasing assets now may go against some of their feelings, doing so logically will position them and set them up for success in the future. Even from your own experience, I'm sure you've noticed that those who play for tomorrow's wins frequently outperform those who solely consider today's goals. However, it is only advisable to invest during a recession if you have a lot of spare cash on hand. For those who have, a recession may provide an opportunity for you to build wealth. Particularly, I'm talking about the younger people with little to no historical knowledge of previous recessions. It's pretty simple to forget exactly how things looked during those times. These challenging times are distant memories of when the economy was booming and appeared unstoppable. Remembering these scenarios and being ready for them at all times will put you in a far stronger position to handle an interruption in your income or a significant decline in the value of your portfolio. And in some cases, it can even give you a once-in-a-lifetime chance to benefit from extraordinary market growth. And that is it. There you go, guys. I hope that gave you some clarity and some ideas on what to do during an economic downturn. I hope it provides some guidance to those who find themselves jobless and broke on why. For others, a recession can be an opportunity to grow more prosperous, and we can choose it to look at it that way. And if you learned anything or like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.